Ever wanted to be a part of something big but couldn't quite make it work? Maybe you lack the proper know how or leadership. Whatever the reason, you're in the right place, right products, right industry, and with the support you've always wanted. A place with no obstacles. Finally, a place you can thrive. Take a look.
All right, this is an update for those of you who earned or won a share or multiple shares in our marketing rotator where I dropped $5,000 into your marketing. Uh, so not only are you getting to leverage my funds, but also my experience and my time in putting the presentations and the emails together and everything that your prospects that will come in through this marketing rotator, everything that they're going to see. So congratulations to those of you who won shares. I will more formally go through the list of names and the shares that are represented in here later this month. It could be in 2 weeks. I just wanted to real quickly have you guys who won shares. I announced it the other day. Then we had our team load you into the rotator for the first time yesterday, I think it was. And so I just want you to look at this visually right now. I'm going to zoom in, and maybe I just would like you to, can I zoom in? Why isn't that? Let me zoom in. There we go. I would just like you to look at this and just the best you can see if your username's in here. If you know that you won shares, we already announced that. Just make sure you've got the right amount of shares over here where it says hits per cycle. Which that's how many hits you're going to get in proportion to everyone else. So if you won 3 shares like Hazel did here, then you're going to get 3 times the hits as somebody who won 1 share. So it's important to make sure you've got the right amount of shares. And if you don't see your username in here, and you're supposed to be, I would have announced it the other day. You should already know this if you want to share or not. If we announced that you won one and our team didn't get you in here, let us know. Email the team and let us know. So I'm just going to scroll through this really quick, and then I've got a couple other updates for you guys. For those of you that just might be passing by, that you're looking to get started with Hempworx and you want to join a team that goes. I mean, I don't even want to say the extra mile. It's like the extra it's crazy how much we do for the team, and I say that with pride. I really am. I'm really proud of what we do for our team. Like, we go, leaps and bounds for helping everyone build not just one leg, but 2, and you only need 2. So if you're interested in that, find a link underneath this video and come on into the team line. You'll join the team and you'll start to get to plug into everything that we offer, which is just crazy. Anyone who wants to build a business here, we got you covered. Okay, so back to the update for those of you who won shares in the last rotator. Look to see if your username's over here, and then look to see over here. You can pause the video. I just wanted to give you guys a chance, and you can rewind the video. Make sure you're in here, okay? We got to move quickly. We got lots of stuff to do, lots of stuff going on. So going to rely on your help here just to kind of confirm. Take the time to make sure that if you know that you won a share or 2 shares or 3 shares, I don't think we had anyone win 4. If you won 1 to 3 shares, you should have received that announcement the other day. And I want you to check right now and rewind this video. Check to make sure it's all good. Okay. All right. So that should give you enough there to work with to rewind. Make sure you're in here. So this is the second marketing rotator. Don't get this confused with the top 100 marketing rotator. That's separate. In that one, everyone just has 1 share because it's a completely different gig. That's a more long-term one. This is like a short-term boost for those of you who won a share in this. So we're going to have lots of opportunities. We're just getting things started. Okay, now on to some other updates. Number 1, we're working on the presentation, and we'll work on this lead capture page, and we'll test different things. A lot of you saw this. Here's a video.
Welcome to our comprehensive review intro. My name is Mike Klingler, and I've got a question for you.
So I'll let you listen to a little bit of this. Most of you probably saw it. We won't watch the whole thing, but I'm working on the presentations, which is really a system of multiple presentations that we're testing with the top 100 marketing rotator right now. And that in about 2 weeks, we're going to turn on the second rotator, which I was just showing you. We'll start to incorporate, start driving traffic into that in about 2 weeks. So if you won if you won shares in the second rotator, don't expect any action from that to kick in for about 2 weeks, sometime in late January, it looks like, because we're going to focus on getting the top 100. You know, I can only focus on so much at a time, right? So I'm going to get the top 100 going, and then everything that's working there will immediately plug into this one, because there's no reason to be testing until we get that dialed in, because we just turned it on, right? And I'll have a top 100 rotator update separately, guys, for those in the top 100 rotator. But we're starting with the top 100 marketing rotator, which again benefits everybody. I've talked about that before, whether you're in the rotator or not, because of spillover and because you might have people in your organization in the top 100 rotator. I'll do an update on the top 100 rotator separately today. I just want you to know, if you're in the second rotator that we're looking at now, if you won shares in, we're not going to turn this one on until we dial in the top 100, because it's the same marketing. So it's like whatever we're doing in the top 100, when it's working really good, which I suspect will be about the next 2 weeks, then we'll switch it over to this one, okay? Don't expect any action from the second rotator, from this one, for a couple of weeks, because we're dialing in the marketing. Like, it's all a process. You don't just snap your fingers and it works. Marketing's a little bit more intelligent than that. That's a process. So, and part of that process is this video. So I'll play part of it. Some of you have seen it. Yeah, I'll just play it.
How difficult has it been to enroll motivated, top producing business builders into your organization, either in the past or if you're in an opportunity now? How difficult has that been? I would submit it's been challenging at best, if not impossible for most of you. Now, how much easier would it be if you could harness the combined marketing efforts of many of your upline, people like me, and literally see half of your organization built for you, starting immediately, but continuing ongoingly, allowing you to capitalize on the compensation plan exponentially faster. Now, everybody.
Okay, so I'll just stop it right there. Hopefully you've seen that. I shared one. I've recorded 50 versions. After I do like the 50th version, it gets a little bit, I get a little wound up and it feels a little forced. So I don't really like my tone of voice and my energy in that, it just gets that way after you record the same thing over and over again so many times. Let's just walk away from it. But nonetheless, like, it would get great results. We will test lots of different versions. My point is, we're making that, when that introduces that introduces it, and then it tells them to take step 1. When they click here, it goes into the rotator, which brings up your lead capture page. People opt, and they're instructed to then come back to step 2, the comprehensive review, which we're still working on. That's like the big presentation that's going through the whole thing. How we know the industry is poised for critical mass, how we know the company is positioned to be a legacy company, to be here for decades to come, how we literally help them build the organization with one leg, the marketing strategies we use, how we help them build their second leg, what commitments we're making to them, what commitments we're asking for back from them. All of that is covered in the comprehensive review. Robin Lynn's recording her part right now. We're working on all that. And then step 3 was where they get to sign up. This might say something a little bit differently. We're working on this page for the top 100 rotator. Once we get it dialed in and everything's working really well, generating awesome leads, then we'll plug it into the second rotator that I was just showing you. And then we'll have versions of this for people who aren't in a rotator, start driving your second leg. So those of you who are in group 2 or group 3, our support teams that want to do the online marketing stuff, like, we'll start to plug you into this as well. And then those of you even in group 1, there'll be a variation of this that you'll get to use, and we'll be giving you content for free online marketing and all kinds of stuff that you can do. So we're building this in steps. I had a really detailed update on that the other day. Hopefully you're following this stuff. If you're not, like, okay, you're busy. That's fine. Just understand, I don't expect you to follow everything that I'm putting out with you guys, but I want to give you as much of a play-by-play as possible, because we're working our butts off for you, and I want you to know what we're doing. Just because you don't hear from us for a few days, like, this is how marketing happens. This is how success happens, and you have a team here who's working for you. So I'm going to give you as much of a play-by-play as I can, and you can plug into as much or as little of that as you can. Okay, so that's what's happening. Mostly the big focus right now is getting this page and these presentations together, because this is the beginning of all of the online marketing and what I'm giving you guys to build your second legs with. This is what we're using for the rotators and beyond, like even those of you not in the rotators. So Okay, so that's it. That's the update. I'll have another one for the top 100 rotator in a little bit. But I wanted you to make sure that if you want to share, if you earned a share in the second rotator, make sure you're in here, make sure you've been allotted the right shares, because we're getting this ready to turn on probably in about 2 weeks. I'll keep you posted.